Hello. So the stream might go out at some point because I'm already noticing some connection issues. Hopefully that does not happen, but in case it does, I'll try to bring the stream back as soon as possible. Welcome in. I just got off of like a 10-hour work shift less than 30 minutes ago. So do not expect peak performance from me tonight. Oh, that's right. I was in the forest with the skellebirds. Skellebirds? Skullbirds. Oh, hey, Sleepless. Welcome in. Okay, so yeah, So I'm here. I have 130 out of 192 lives left. I have this very chilly sword. And I have my magic. So I'm going to start by just continuing through here. And reminding myself how to play this game. That is the thing with only playing this once a week, is I basically have to remind myself how to play the game every time I restart it on Sunday. But hope everyone had a good week. Okay. And let's see, where are we at? Okay, we're still at $808 for the Donothon, so yeah, we're still at $808.92 for the Donothon, so we're still less than $100 away from making me play Sonic Adventure 2. Okay, and to see how things are looking. Just a second. No, Sleepless. I remember most of the what the buttons do. That's not what I mean. There's like the buttons, and then there's like the game flow. In a game like this, there's the game flow, which is specifically how your character moves. Oh, so it says, I know you'd already said most of these, which is why I said it. Oh, okay. Okay, let me use my magic. I move a little bit closer to them. Oh! Well, that works, I guess. I think, okay, because they started yelling, I think another one of those angry burbs is gonna appear there. Oh yeah, so I have to make a correction from, I think it was last Sunday's stream. Because during last Sunday's stream, I talked about how awful a year it's been for the Avatar series. And I had forgotten about the worst, well, maybe not the worst. It really depends on what you think is the worst. It depends on which of these things you think is the worst. But I'd forgotten a very important other thing that had happened this year that was not good for Avatar. Like, I had mentioned the problems with the new Avatar movie. I'd mentioned the problems with the new Avatar movie that had happened, like it got leaked like months ahead of time, and then now there's a debacle going around about, because of a slide being shown during a presentation at San Diego Comic-Con, that there are people who are like, that there is like that's kind of like, people are now wondering if the team who animated the new Avatar movie used ChatGPT, or if it was just someone who made the art book had used it. Either way, it's not a good look. Then there was the whole problem with the video game, which the video game, Like, that Avatar video game was looking pretty promising, and then it got announced that a sex pest was, like, had been brought in to serve as one of the directors of the game. Slip says, I will say, I went through that death battle episode you mentioned, and man, I felt kind of bad for it. That was... I guess I could... Well, I guess I could spoil it. I guess I could spoil that death battle, because if you were interested in watching it, you probably already watched it, and... Like, the whole comments were just like, it was like a funeral procession for Aang. Oh, let me go around this way. Yeah, they did a good, I will say, they did do a good send-up. Like, all the recent death battles are generally pretty, death battle nowadays is generally pretty good at respecting the material. So even if a character loses, you know, like, they give them, like, they add, like, a lot of, like, some references, or, like, have the music kind of, like, the music takes cue, or homages the series that the character came from. Like, they do quite a lot to, like, portray the character that's fighting, even if they lose respectfully. Like, if I say this around any Yu Yu Hakusho fans, they would probably hate me for saying it. But I have a sneaking suspicion that part of the reason why there's kind of been, like, a slight resurgence in interest in Yu Yu Hakusho, one is because of, like, the first death battle of the year was, Yusuke versus Ichigo from Bleach. And then also there was, like, a Team 4-star, like, Yu Yu Hakusho abridged episode. And I have kind of a sneaking suspicion... I have a kind of sneaking suspicion that those two videos releasing this year have kind of given a bit more interest to, like, have kind of gotten, like, people, like, remembering Yu Yu Hakusho. But anyway, they did what I got off on a tangent there. So I do like that the characters and their abilities are more researched and explained better, both in the build-up and the breakdown. Yeah, they have definitely improved on that. I'm saying this as a person who has watched Death Battle since the very first season, and has watched it the whole time. Yeah, they're a lot better. They are a lot better now. I would not recommend most of the episodes from most of the early seasons to anyone who wanted to watch the show. Like, there is an idea I have for a stream. Just because I've been watching the show for so long, there's an idea I have for a stream of watching through, like, every single episode of Death Battle on stream as, like, a kind of a milestone, because, I've been watching the series for a long time, and it has been really interesting to see, like, the people working on it. I've also, like, heard some of the behind-the-scenes talk of, like, the story behind the show getting made. And it is really interesting to see, like, how the show's got improved. But if I do that, a lot of those early episodes are going to be rough. That's... Anyway... What I'm saying is... Sleepless says, I just remember watching the first run of the Cloud vs. Link fight, and let's face it, Brawl, you played FF7 and Zelda now. Which MCC would have you picked at their strongest? See, even Death Battle themselves acknowledged that episode was really outdated, because they went back and did it a second time. And the second fight they did is one of my favorite fights they've done, especially now that I've played a bit more Zelda and played Final Fantasy VII. Like it makes a lot of sense that they went back and I'm very glad they went back and they did they did a rematch of that fight, because even they were like, yeah, we messed this up big time. I can't believe I survived that. So it says, not only did they do it a second time, they actually gave Cloud a kit. And they vastly improved their 3D animation. But anyway, what I was getting to that is that, yeah, they did do a lot of good, like, homage, like, paying respect to Avatar. But still, it's... No matter how much respect you give to your opponent, that respect is gonna be mitigated by having them lose to a gacha game character. Uh-oh. But anyway, there was all those things, but still truly... But when I was talking about the Avatar Year of Humiliation, one of the things that I'd forgotten to mention was that the Netflix Avatar live-action series got a second season. And from what I have heard, I will admit I haven't seen the series because there's maybe one live action adaptation of an anime or animated series that is known for being anime or animated that I would like to watch, and that's live action One Piece, because that actually does. Because from what I've heard, that actually, people I know who had said that they would never get into One Piece are getting into One Piece because of the live action series. So that's a pretty good mark of its quality. So I did not watch the live action Netflix Avatar, but from what I have heard, it very bad. Which is, that kind of looks like the place where I fought a Eudex. Which it's not surprising, because from what I had heard, the first season of the Netflix live action Avatar was very bad. So it's not really that surprising at all that the second season ended up being bad as well. Although, I mean, I say that, but they could have improved, but a lot of people a lot of people who were interested in it, kind of gave up after. Oh, there's two people here. Kind of gave up. I think a lot of people who were interested in it lost interest after the first season. Sleep says, I kind of hate the reduction of Aether/Traveler as a gacha game character. Yes, he does come from a game that is free to play with monetization models based around getting new characters. But also, in spite of Hoyo's inability to let their MCs have voice dialogue, it does actually have a decent story that has kept millions entertained for years. I mean, I know that there are still Genshin fans. There are still, Genshin fans. But how do I say this while not alienating the gacha game fans? It's... Well, no, I just don't like gacha games in general. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. How do you do?
You look kind of like the guy from the armor set from Dark Souls 1.
I'm kindled like you.
Sim says you don't look at gacha games and games as the same product.
Are you too in search?
It's not only that, because I mean I play free-to-play games.
Sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies barren.
It's not just that, because I do play free-to-play games myself. It really is just how much gacha games they hinge upon
we seek the cathedral.
Gambling.
The grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now.
And activating those same parts of our brain that really love gambling.
One may find the other in a time of need. May the flames guide your way.
I'll probably talk to him again in a second. So yeah, it's... Oh. Did I not rest here? I thought I rested here. Okay, then I rested it. So yeah, it's... I can accept, even free-to-play... I can accept free-to-play games that have, microtransactions in them. I can accept those, and I would be a major hypocrite if I didn't accept those, because I play some of those. It's really the whole, in gacha games, the whole the very gambling-focused aspect of it. Even gacha games that people really like Uma Musume. I will admit, Uma Musume does look like, whenever I watch streamers that I watch play it, they do look like they're having a good time. But I'd probably just watch the Uma Musume anime instead of actually playing the game. Also because I played Genshin when it first released, and I've played other gacha games, and I know that if I started playing gacha games, that I would I am saying that I don't like the gamble. I am saying that I don't like the gambling. The very much like how those gacha mechanics make people more or like kind of activate the parts of people's brains that like gambling, because I did suffer from that. Like, that's why I don't get. That's why I avoid gacha games, because I know if I got one, that I would put way too much money into getting characters. But anyway, yeah, poor Avatar. It had a movie, a new movie, a new game, and the second season of a new show. Second season of a new show was the live action remake, and people already weren't interested, especially after One Piece live action released, and it's kind of danced on Avatar live action's grave. Like, not intentionally, there weren't any digs at it from people, but it was like people looked at live action Avatar and then looked at live action One Piece, and it was like, well, what? Why can't you be like this? Why can't you be like, they can do it? They can do this well. Why can't you? So if you're saying that if Toei made a Kamen Rider gacha game that was a 3D brawler, we would lose you forever. It doesn't even have to be a 3D brawler. It could be a Kamen Rider RPG. Yeah, if Toei released a Kamen Rider gacha game internationally, I would probably at least have to try it on stream, because of the bit. I would probably at least try it on stream for the bit, but I would have to force myself to only play it for that one stream, and then not play it anymore, because I know how much I would get into it. Although the my addiction to a Kamen Rider gacha game. Oh wait, let me talk to these people just a second.
Oh yes, Horace. He's not very talkative, but don't think ill of him. He is an upstanding, kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago.
Okay, thanks. But see. Okay, we said the Kamen Rider, but actually, I would be kind of safe from Kamen Rider. Like, I would probably get addicted, but I wouldn't get as fully addicted to it as you probably think I would be. Just because for a Kamen Rider gacha, all they've really got are the Kamen Riders. If they were to, bring in some of the monster girls, and, add them as characters, then, yeah, they'd probably hook me in there even more. But as much as I love Kamen Rider, and as much as I love a lot of the Kamen Rider I love a lot of the characters from Kamen Rider, they'd kind of have to be in their armor the whole time, because when they're not in their armor, 99% of them are Japanese men with the same body type in their early 20s. Some of them are in their 18. So I do think the style of gacha is kind of dependent on attachment. It's rare to see a completely new gacha come out, as most usually adapt character from a previous game / fandom / entries. Well, yeah, because if you make a gacha, you gotta have enough characters. What the heck is that? If you make a gacha, you gotta have enough characters to where you can... Oh, hello. You gotta have enough characters to where you can, sell them. And enough characters that you can have them featured in your anime spin-off or spin-off fighting game. Yeah, just going back to what I was saying, the Avatar Year of Humiliation. Just the second season of the live action show releases, and people aren't, and it gets heavily it gets heavily insulted, or like very poor reviews from what I've seen. The new movie, like from what I've heard, the new movie is good, but it got leaked months ahead of time, and it got leaked months ahead of time, and there is like some generative AI related drama around the movie. Oh gosh, there's like 3. And the video game was like probably the most hyped Avatar thing releasing this year, and then it got announced that then we found out that a sex pest was working on it. Oh, crabs. I don't know what the heck those things are, but okay. Oh, and then the last thing in the Avatar Year of Humiliation, Aang returns for a death battle episode that like pays proper homage, like that does a really good job at respecting the series that he comes from, or that respectfully showcases the series that he comes from, and he ends up again dying to a gacha character. Oh, that's a lot of them. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a Titanite shard. Super says Fate Go is one of the longest lived gachas at this point, celebrating its 11th anniversary in Japan right now. And while we get new characters there, they're all based on historical fictional characters. Puyo stuff is all just reflections of the same characters from their Impact series. Gundam G Generations Eternal, all stuff from other Gundam series, and the G Gundam Generation stuff only pops up on banners with the more profitable IPs in Gundam. Slip says, "Oh no, it's a swamp berry that inflicts poison. Miyazaki, you've done it again." He sure has. He had to. Owie. Probably should have gone back and leveled up. Well, that's one life lost. Yeah, okay, actually, we were talking about gacha games that could get me. So you probably should have hit your potion. I probably should have, yeah. Instead of talking about... See, even talking about gacha games distracts me. Okay, I'm going to take a short break for just a second. I have to go check on the cats, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Dr. Caliban, thanks for the raid. Welcome in. Chiba Guardsman, welcome in. Just had to go check on the kittens, so. So, welcome in. If you're new to this and wondering what's going on, so times are tough right now, and so what I'm doing is something. This is BrawlKaiser's Bizarre Donathon, because what is happening is I'm playing a bunch of really difficult games, and with a limited number of lives. And if I manage to beat a game, then I carry it on to the next game. That's why we're in Arc 3 now, which is Dark Souls 3, which is what y'all voted on. So, I'm playing through Dark Souls 3 with a limited number of lives, and every dollar donated adds another life. Also, all the money donated will count towards the donation goals. So, we currently are at about $808, and we're working our way towards the $900 goal, which is Sonic Adventure. Me playing Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time. Now, see, as for the goals that we've had, okay, the Pokemon Smasher Pass stream, that will probably be happening next Sunday. I think what I'm going to do is, since Yasmin releases in Street Fighter 6 on tomorrow, and I'd love to do a stream trying her out, what I'm probably going to do is next Sunday, the first part of the stream, or like part of the stream will be me trying out Yasmin in Street Fighter 6, playing as Yasmin in Street Fighter 6. And the other half of the stream will be the Pokemon Smasher Pass. Then drawing characters suggested by y'all from memory. That form is still live. I need to start bringing the link, or showing up, adding the link into streams again, because that link is still live until I set down a definite date for that stream. That will be, y'all can still add characters to that. Well, as long as you haven't already submitted the 2 characters you want me to draw. Here it is. And then the $300 donation goal, playing God Hand, that will be continuing on Tuesday. I'm going to try to beat God Hand on Tuesday so that I can finally beat that game. And then deciding the 200 playthrough, which was the $400 donation goal, you already decided that I'm going to replay Kingdom Hearts for that. The Capcom Fighters Marathon from Hell, everything's ready for that. I just need to decide what day to do that. Playing through Wind Waker. Once I beat God Hand, I'm going to go back to playing Wind Waker. I'm already like halfway through the game, so I just need to continue that. Y'all going to decide a new emote. I'm still working on making the form for that. And the D&D solo adventures, I am preparing for that now. So things are either I'm doing some of the events now, or I'm preparing for some of the events. Some of the events are ready to be done. I just need to decide on a day for them, or they will be happening soon, or I'm already doing them, or I'm like already preparing for them. So we're doing. So all the donation goals that have already been met, I am working on or am already doing. Yeah, that's kind of what's going. But that's kind of where we're at with the Donathon. So if that sounds like, if you'd like to see this continue, if you'd like to see me play more Dark Souls 3, please consider donating, either through subs, bits, or gift subs. Subs, bits, or gift subs if you're watching on Twitch. Direct donations to my PayPal if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. Either or helps. All those options help me out, but the direct donations help me out the most, because I'll receive the money you donate immediately. This originally started to kind of help me stay financially stable whilst I was job hunting, but now that I do have a job now, but that job doesn't really pay much, so this is kind of building up, so now this is building up money so that I can move out of my parents' house. I guess we'll... why not go through the swamp? Let's see what's there. Well, I did see a crab. I'm going to assume that there's a small crab. There's probably a big crab. And more of these things. probably poisonous. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna try to see if they could talk, but no. I was wondering if they could maybe talk, but no. That's what I get for trying to be sociable in a Souls game. It's not called Dark Sociable. Alright. So, I already lost 2 lives. Oh, but actually, okay, before I went on break, Sleepless, we were talking about gacha games that could get me fully addicted. There is one already out that could get me fully addicted, but thankfully it's not it's not released internationally, which is, I guess, depending on your perspective, good or bad. And that is the Super Robot Wars gacha game out. Well, the second Super Robot Wars gacha game, because there was another one. But, like, the currently running one. Because the mainline Super Robot Wars games are limited in what they can have added to them, but the gacha game, there is no limits to what can get added to that Super Robot Wars gacha game. They don't care if you... That game doesn't care if you're an anime, if you're a tokusatsu, if you're Pac-Man. It will add anyone in, as long as it can shove you into a robot. Or, as long as it can shove your characters into a robot. As long as your character gets shoved into a robot. Or, sometimes, not even then. Speaking of Super Robot Wars, there were actually some recent announcements made. Like, there was an announcement that Super Robot Wars Y is getting its final DLC, which is adding some team-up attacks, and I think it's really just adding team-up attacks. No new series. That's got a lot of my health. Dang. Yeah, the new I think the final DLC is just adding team-up attacks. And then along with that new Super Robot Wars Y, along with that final DLC for Super Robot Wars Y, it was also announced that we're getting a remaster of Super Robot Wars Z2. Okay, Super Robot Wars Z2-1. So, like, the first Super Robot Wars Z2 game. Which is one of the PSP games. There was, like, a trilogy of... There was a trilogy of Super Robot Wars out. There was a trilogy of Super Robot Wars PSP games called the Z Trilogy. Although there was, like, more games than just a trilogy. I don't remember exactly how many games there were, but I do remember it was, like... I remember that there was, like, Z2 Part 1 and Z2 Part 2. And I forgot, like, how many parts there were to Z1 and Z3. But we're getting a remaster of one of the PSP Super Robot Wars games, which is nice. That's good to see. Because that means that that means that we're not just getting new Super Robot Wars games. It means that we're also getting, like, we can get more of the older games released, and I can actually play some of the older games, because I've been heavily reliant on, like, fan translations for any of the games older than the any games older than the ones that they released with Southeast Asia versions. Pokemon Master Cube, sorry I'm late. I was watching, and I quote, 4 of Australia's brightest comedic minds and one former TV presenter trying to reinvent himself as a bad boy. As you do. We were just talking. I'm guessing Pokemon Master Cube, we summoned you by talking about, like, how a Kamen Rider gacha game would both ruin me and not ruin me. I mean, on the one hand, it's have Kamen Rider, that'd be great. But on the other hand, for those who weren't here earlier, a Kamen Rider gacha game would have, like, a wide variety of characters, but it would have to have those characters in their armor most of the time, because 95% of Kamen Riders are just, like, young Japanese men in their 20s. Or, like, in their early 20s with, like, the same body type. We probably would now if they had a Kamen Rider game, gotcha game of all the different monster girls that were in Kamen Rider. That probably would get me. Fucking Massachusetts, or whenever they dust off their anniversary films. Damn. Already died 4 times. I am not doing good. And then that ended up in me talking about the Super Robot Wars. That ended up in me talking about, as it usually does in me, Super Robot Wars. So, yeah, for the Super Robot Wars fans, we did get an announcement of like the final DLC for Y, which looks like it's going to be mainly about like team up attacks between the various characters that were already in the game. And we did get an announcement of like a remaster of one of Super Robot Wars PSP games, Super Robot Wars Z2-1. The first, like, there was the Z trilogy, but then Z2 was released in like 2 parts, and I think 1 or 2 of the other games might have been released in multiple parts. So it's not a trilogy, it's more than a trilogy. But I mean, an entire game that's supposed to be a trilogy, and they release like one of the games in multiple parts, so it's not actually a trilogy, and has the title Z2-1, is the most Super Robot Wars thing, is the most Super Robot Wars way of releasing a game. Pokemaster Cube says, by the way, in Futopiai's manga, Foundation X has just made a huge mistake. I would love to read about that. If someone would either fan translate the manga, or if someone would get together an official release of the manga. I was saying a couple of weeks ago that Futopiai is one of the manga that I'd really love to start reading in full, because it does seem like it kind of works better as a manga than as an anime, from when I rewatched the anime just about a month ago. But unfortunately, the fan translated manga, which is the only version you can find, it really heavily skips around. Darn it. Magic defeated by the tree. But tree did not defeat other tree. Uh-oh. Is there anything else here ready to jump me? Okay, let's drag you out of here. Okay, that's another Titanite shard. Doesn't seem to be poisonous water. It seems like it might just be regular water. I'm surprised. I guess okay, I see. Oh. Giant crab. I see now. Okay, I think... Yeah, there's this enemy here. Uh-oh. Pokemon Cubes, it's just a giant crab. Could be worse. Well, I've found that wherever there's one giant crab, there's usually another giant crab not too far away. Hello. Okay, let's go back through here. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Yay. Well, I almost died there, but I didn't. I just barely managed to survive. Oh. Well, I probably should have waited. You may... well, it's my... I don't have much health anyway, so probably best if I use my last Estus. Can I go... Does not open for this side. Oh! There's another one of those giant crystal lizards there. And... Okay, there's a pathway there. That looks like a major area. Is that a knight? That looks like a knight. Yep. That was my whole health bar. Well, that was my whole health bar gone. Oh, speaking of mech okay, so speaking of anime and mechs and games about those mechs and their anime, I did see that I didn't watch the trailer yet, but I did see that the new Gundam game that got announced at Summer Games Fest is getting like an anime, and it's from what I've seen, it's again, I haven't seen the trailer, but I've seen people's reactions to the trailer, which has been a couple of people are confused because it looks like Gundam's going to be fighting aliens, which is that's honestly not even the strangest direction that Gundam could go in, and it's not the strangest direction Gundam has gone in. But for a lot of people, it probably is very surprising. Sim says, yep, Black Knight's one of the hardest things in the game that's human size. Ow. Ow. Like Master says, they've done the concept of aliens already. Double O's film, Build Divers, Re-Rise, and the Gundam 8 manga. I kind of want to go fight that knight again, but... Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Yeah, I kind of want to go fight that knight again, but, they could kill me like one hit. Welcome, Master Cubes. We also got the announcement of a new Digimon series for next year, with Beat Break to end at episode 49 during September. From what I've heard, Beat Break has been pretty good. I just simply don't have the time to get into watching Digimon shows right now. I do at some point want to interact with Digimon more, but that's going to probably start when I play like the Digimon Storytime Stranger game, when I eventually get to that. But from what I have heard from my friends who are avid Digimon fans, Beat Break has been pretty great. Oh shoot, they found me immediately. Uh-oh. I also really like the main Digimon in that one. Geckomon, but not Geckomon, but not spelt like, but like spelt with one, but spelt differently than the other Geckomon that already existed. And this new Gekomon looks a lot more like a Gecko Digimon than than the previous one. Hello. Wait, are they attacking each other? No, I think they're going after me. Well, if I move forward, I think this crab's gonna pop out of the ground and attack me. Oh, jeez. Let me see if I can just circumvent these crabs. While also keeping an eye on. Uh-oh. Okay, so the water gets deeper. That's not good. Damn. Dang. Oh. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I want to talk about Kamen Rider, and that is, I've said this before on stream, but dang, Kamen Rider's Western push that Toei said that they're making, like Toei's big Western push for Kamen Rider, it has made no sense. Like, just a few days ago, it was announced that, hey, Kamen Rider 71 has been taken off of Tubi. Well, that was like a few weeks ago. Kamen Rider 71, the original season, has been taken off of Tubi. And then, like, just yesterday, we found out that, oh, it's been uploaded. They fully uploaded the whole series with English subs. Or Toei fully uploaded the whole series with English subs to their YouTube channel, Toei Tokusatsu World Official. Which is weird because they could have done this a lot sooner. Like, they uploaded the first 2 episodes of most of the seasons years ago. And there are, like, full episodes, and there is, like, the full seasons of a lot of other Kamen Rider seasons on Toei Tokusatsu World Official, but I don't know if they're English subbed. I think they might just be up there, like, with no subs at all. But for a bit, I was happy there because it looked like, oh, Toei might be finally doing what they should have been doing with their channel, with their YouTube channel, which was releasing their Tokusatsu shows on it in full so people can watch them. Then I found out that the original Kamen Rider it's really just staying there until, like, next April. And it's going to be removed at, like, next April. So, even when they do something right, they can't do it right. If I were to be in the business of making video essays on YouTube, if I ever got into, like, making video essays on YouTube, one of the ones I probably would have to make at some point is a retrospective of Toei's really weird push, or to trying to push into the Western market for, with Kamen Rider. Oh, they killed their own crab. Pokemaster Cube says, to be fair, the Gundam channel keeps doing this, cycling different series around every few months, and they just reissued both Seed Remaster series and removed Wing. Yeah, Gundam does it as well. Gundam does that as well, and it's also annoying when they do it, but when Gundam does it, they usually, like, they're constantly cycling in new series and adding removing series. And other series that they'll have on both YouTube or available on other sites. Like, you can watch it on YouTube, like Gundam Witch from Mercury is on YouTube. I think it's still on YouTube. And it's also on, like, Crunchyroll. With Toei Tokusatsu World Official, it's like, they started by releasing the full seasons of, like, lesser known tokusatsu. And, like, subbing them. But then they stopped subbing them? Yeah, but then they stopped subbing the episodes they released. Oh. And now they've suddenly started releasing full series on there again. I wonder if that's the same giant crab I just fought, and it keeps appearing nearby and attacking me. I thought that was another giant crab out to get me. I thought I'd just been surprised by another giant crab. I guess let me head along this way. Right. Well, there's some stuff over there, but it's right next to a giant crab, so I probably shouldn't go grab that. Or go crab that, if you will. Oh, what the hell? Oh, great, two of them. Well, I'm out of healing flasks. I am down to 123 lives. So again, if you'd like to see this continue, please consider donating. Once I hit 0, that's the end of the playthrough. That's the end of Dark Souls 3. And every dollar donated adds more lives. And also contributes to the donation goals. Okay, so I actually did... Okay, I just said that, I just said, like, jokingly, if I ever got into making video essays, that I would have to do one about Kamen Rider's, like, weird Western release by Toei. I actually kind of am considering maybe making a video essay. And that's, if y'all remember the handheld horror showcase, that stream that y'all donated, that was one of the donation goals during last year, when I was unemployed. I've been working on that, and as I've been writing for the script for that, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should make that into a full video essay on YouTube. Like, the current plan right now is to kind of make, like, a PowerPoint presentation, and then talk over that presentation and the footage I've taken, you know, these various games, as, like, a big Twitch stream. But since I'm writing a script since I've recorded footage for all these games, I've written a script for it, I've made custom art for this stream, I'm kind of wondering, I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should just go the extra, like, put in the extra effort and make it like a full video essay. The only thing is like, one of the main issues though is that if I do make it a video essay, where would I upload it to the main channel on YouTube, because that's where all the live streams are. And those streams would be like it would be, this one video essay I made would be surrounded by live streams? Or do I start a second channel? Do I do the opposite of what most people who make videos online do? Where most people, like a lot of people start first making video essays, and then they branch out to doing live streams. And then I do the opposite. I start doing live streaming, and then I branch out into making video essays. The only thing is that, well, one of the other issues is that I was hoping to do the handheld horror showcase in, like, October, because horror, October. But if I end up doing, like, turning it into a full video essay, that's going to take, add quite a bit of time to it. So I can go that way and die to that knight over there. I can go over here and die to either of these crabs or those two guys in armor over there. Can I dodge past all of them? Oh, okay, let me see if I can run past all of them. Oh, no! Oh! Well, I got a second copy of the swords I already have. But I died in one hit. Okay, so I should not go near that knight. I mean, I could. I could try to fight them, because that big crystal lizard near the start of the game could also kill me very easily. Let me try going this way, deeper into these woods. Damn. So yeah, I'm gonna need to take some time to think if I might actually turn the handheld horror showcase into a video essay, into like an actual video essay on YouTube, or if I just go with the original plan, which is like make a big PowerPoint presentation that I show on that I show on live stream, or that I show on stream and talk over. What would I even, like, if I were to make a separate channel just for this video essay, what would I even call it? Well, I say just this one, but if I were to actually start doing video essays, there's a couple other ideas I had that I would love to do, like, a video essay talking about, because it's some topic that it's a topic that I've wanted to talk about, but it's better suited for a video essay for various reasons. I am finding quite a few Titanite shards around here. Which, at least there's that. I'm constantly losing all my souls, but at least I'm getting all these Titanite shards. Oh, okay, they spray some sort of poison mist. That's what they do. Well, let me kill them first. And that antagonized them. Maybe let me grab this. Oh, okay, it's a great shield. I mean, I'm not going to use that, but... Okay, there's a dog right there. Let me see if I can sneak around them. They're not following me here. There. Okay, so... I'm not sure... There's something over here. There's a big group of those guys over there. Maybe this is another... Okay, this is definitely another area. Oh, shit. Oh, jeez, I used up all my stamina. Ow! Gosh dang it. It's only been an hour and I've already lost 10 lives. Okay, hold on, just a second. I'm gonna try something here. Just a second. I gotta say, you know, I really shouldn't be surprised at how strong these are, but I do have to take a step back here and just think about how many times I've been killed by these undead guys who they're just carrying a really big stick. They're just carrying a really big stick. That's all they've got for right now. That's all they really have. Okay, I'm gonna try heading around this direction again. I'm gonna head around this direction. Oh, shoot. I mean, I guess that's one way to get down. Maybe I could just run around all these guys. Those little, like, mushroom bugs don't move very fast, so... These guys do, though. These guys move very fast. Whew, okay. I got some of my souls back. I don't think this is nearly enough souls to... I think I see something down there, but if I go grab it, I'm gonna have to run all the way back up here. Uh-oh. Gosh dang it. Oh, wait, it's like 119. It's 119. Okay. Oh, that's right. Tokon releases in a few days. That is one of the games I'm most excited to play this year, releasing this year. But I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to play that game. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to buy that game just because I'd like to beat at least some of the I'd like to beat some of the games I have. I'd like to beat some of the games that I haven't beaten yet on stream before I start like a big new game. So I'd like to beat God Hand. I'd like to beat Wind Waker as well before I start Tokon. Pokemon Rescue says, may I let you know something about that you may want to know about where you just were? Not yet. Let's see if I can figure it out. Let's see if I can figure it out first, or if I can survive long enough to find it. So I'm down to 119 lives. I might... Well, if I keep losing lives at this rate, I might end up down to 100. I'm not sure what's the lowest I've gotten. Maybe like 90 lives? During XCOM 2, that might be the lowest I've gotten. As far as, like, remaining lives. Yeah, I think the lowest I've gotten was like 90 lives during XCOM 2. But besides that one point, I don't think I've gotten close to... I don't think I've fallen below 100. But I mean, it might happen now. Yeah, it could happen today. Depends on how good I do. Okay, there's those guys. Okay, so this just leads to over here. Oh, an Estus shard. I'm guessing that's something I could use to improve my Estus flask. If you just come to the stream, welcome in. Okay, now let me use this. And now I will drop down here. I don't know what these green blossoms do, but I guess I'll grab them. Oh, something's definitely going to be waiting around here. It might be another one of those guys. Yep, okay, it's another one of them. They're waiting right there. That looks like to be one of those lizards. You know, let me not go through... Maybe I shouldn't go here. But I do want that shiny thing. I do really want that shiny thing. Okay, Sorcerer's Clothes. Sage Ring. I'll have to let Sage know I found his ring. He keeps dropping stuff in all these games I play. All of his elixirs in Dragon Quest. His ring here. Uh-oh. Oh, Jack Crab found me. Okay. My Miyagic isn't doing a lot of damage to these things, but... Oh, it really doesn't like me. I get it. I am really annoying. At least my character in this game is. There's definitely something around here because I'm hearing a twinkling noise. But I don't see where it's at. Oh. There's a pathway up here. Oh, that doesn't look good. Warrior slumber ahead. Oh. That character looks different. Yeah, they look noticeably different. Oh, there they are. Okay, I need to be careful because I have very little life left and a lot of... Well, some souls. I have some souls. Dang it. Okay, that's all my Miyagic. Yeah, it's all my Miyagic gone. That's like all my health gone. There's another enemy over there. Okay, this goes around here. Definitely feels like there's something waiting out there for me. Are you friendly? Rolling required to hit.
Well, this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors.
Hello.
What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any business, I've reading to get back to.
Well, okay.
How intriguing. Very well. Indeed, I am a sorcerer, with plenty to share. However, what champion demands service without recompense? Clearly, you're not that sort of woman. So you will make me a promise.
And what's that
In
promise?
exchange for my teaching, you will bring me knowledge.
That sounds like something was about to
In the
attack
form
me.
of scrolls detailing sorcery's secrets. Well, can you assure me of this?
Sure.
Very well. You're no fool. I take it you understand the weight of a promise. I am Orbeck, of Vinheim, unkindled one. I shall teach you sorceries.
Well, I probably need to find
We
scrolls
will
first
learn
before he can
together.
teach me sorceries.
It shall be like our very own school.
What the? Where'd he go? I guess he's gone. Ah, what the hell? Is that a wizard? Oh, it's gotta be a wizard. It's got the hat. Let me see if I can just run around here and avoid them. Oh! It's actually a walkway up here. A walkway around here. It's probably best if I jump down and get that wizard. Oh, I'm nearly dead. Toodaloo! And I think this takes me... Be wary of illusion. Okay. I feel like... I'm about to die in like a single hit. I should probably go back. Do I have something that's like... Can strength increase use of Estus Flask? Oh, okay. Prepares equipped weapon with an armor. First applies fire to right hand weapon. Return. Okay, let me use the homeward bone. Yeah, I have built up quite a few souls there, and a single hit would have killed me. Oh, hey, there you are. You wound up here.
You're an unkindled, aren't you?
Oh wait, no, I don't think I've spoken to you before.
I am Cirrus, of the Sunless Realms, former servant
Okay,
of
you're not the
divinity.
person I rescued from that room.
Duties we each bear, but one's duty is a solitary affair. I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Well, nice to meet you.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take no.
I guess, dexterity. Yeah, dexterity, get a bit more strength here.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flip.
Okay, now let me talk to you.
Ah, how may...
I guess sell item. Let me not sell these gems, I might be able to use those. Is there any... Okay, Brigand Axe, let me sell that. I'm not going to use that. Butcher Knife. I'm not going to use that. Great machete. Okay, large club, not gonna use that. 4-pronged plow, not gonna use that. Pike, nope. Great machete, nope. Hand axe, nope. Corvian Great Knife. A larger power, rather larger powerful attack, but it's transparent attack to intimidate foes with how much by its opponent's fears. Use against shielded foes to break their guard by attacking from the side. Oh, there are weapon skills. I didn't even notice that. And they instantly step behind or on the side of foes, especially effective when locked on a target. While in stance, use this normal attack to break an attack foe's guard from above. Oh, okay, this also has stance. So arrow, tower key. I don't need 2 light crossbows. Yeah, I don't need the Twin Dragon Great Shield either. I don't really need any shields. I'm not going to really use them. It's either going to be dual blades or blade and magic. Pokemon Master keeps a question in regards to knowing your sword. Do you know how frostbite works? I'm guessing if you hit them enough times, they will gain frostbite. I should probably check my clothes to see if clothes I have work better. Scimitar. Scimitar does look cool, but I don't think I need that.
Ashen 1. Beat one.
Raven the Sleepless says, "Greetings, fella. Would you like any co-op aid? Try your luck at the Duel for Great Wars. You can call me Sleepless." No, I'm gonna try to do this on. For the most part, I'm trying to do this on my own. Appreciate the offer, but yeah, for the most part, I'm trying to do this on my own. This is my first time playing through it, and unless there's like a phantom outside the boss room that I can summon to aid, I'm gonna try to avoid. I'm gonna probably try to avoid bringing other players in. Because the whole point of this is that that I try to play through this game with a limited number of lives. For those just joining, that's why there's a big number in white at the bottom of the screen. Every dollar donated to the stream adds another life, and I have to try to beat this game for the first time with a limited number of lives. So hey, now they're popping out of the woodwork here to take my name. So, now come on, Sleepless. Do you really think that you're the only person that isn't able to get sleep? Many people aren't able to get sleep. That was a dumb move on my part.
Ah, 'tis good to see ye, and what needs smithing?
Okay, I'll reinforce SS Flask. You know what? Let's see. Maybe I'll give him. Yeah, I'll give myself 2 magical Estises, because that'll help me out quite a bit. But Raven the Sleepless, I do appreciate the offer. I'm just trying to play through this. Because of how I have a limited number of lives, I'm trying to play through this mostly on my own, except for like people coming, except for except for like phantoms that you can find outside the, like NPC phantoms you can find outside the boss rooms. What do I need for this? I need Twinkling Titanite. Okay, I don't got that. I can infuse the twin blades. The daggers, maybe not those. Slips has got to make me do a one-off charity stream where all proceeds go to insomnia research and cure. I'm sure there's a non-profit for that. Alright. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll upgrade. I've got more than enough Titanite. Let me upgrade. I did have the option to infuse a weapon with fire. Let me see. Okay, infuse. Pokemon keeps you considering the nightmares they're running about. I think we're better off without sleep. What are you talking about? Sleepless is great. Sleepless is wonderful to have around. Maybe I should infuse these. Okay, raw. Okay, I can infuse these with fire. That would reduce their damage.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Okay, I might sell one or two more of these weapons that I'm probably not going to use. I do want to keep the Brigand Twin Daggers just in case I feel a reason to try them again.
How?
And they do look cool. Create a crystal weapon. Crystal weapons inflict magic damage and scale effectively with intelligence. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll sell the longsword. I probably also don't need these, these non-upgraded twin blades, because I have my own. Now let me check out my clothing and see if I've got any better clothing. Steel soldier helm. That would increase my weight. Okay, I'll equip that. I think this is the best. I think that's the best outfit I have. Brigand gauntlets. Sorcerer gloves. Those might actually be better. Okay, and maybe that might work a bit better.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take no.
Okay, I now have enough to get one more. Let me increase my vigor. Actually, let me increase my endurance.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the
Let's go to All-Way Fortress. Or Halfway Fortress. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, I'll go to the Halfway Fortress. Oh yeah, be back on Tuesday. Tuesday's gonna be another 7-hour stream, and that one's gonna be I'm gonna try to beat God Hand. Because I'm literally at the final boss of God Hand. So I'm going to try to beat the final boss of God Hand. And then as soon as I beat the final boss and credits roll, I'm going to switch over to Wind Waker. And then also next Sunday stream is going to be a little bit different. Next Sunday stream, instead of Dark Souls 3, next Sunday stream I'm going to try out Yasmin in Street Fighter 6. Because she releases tomorrow. And that will also be the day when I do the Pokemon Smasher Pass stream, the first of the Donathon goals. So I'm going to try to complete 2 of these donation goals for the Donathon in a single week. What it might... So, either, like... So, most of the stream on Sunday will be, like, playing Street Fighter 6 with Yasmin, and then at some point when enough people are here, maybe about, like, halfway through the stream, I'll switch over to do the Pokemon Smasher Pass. Or maybe an hour into, like, 2 hours... Maybe an hour into, like, an hour and a half, and I'll do the Pokemon Smasher Pass. Okay, well... You know, this is gonna be probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna challenge that knight again. The knight that's over there. I'm gonna try to fight them again. A bit heavier now. Yeah, I'm noticeably heavier now. Okay, this is not good. Nope, bad idea. No, she's still rolling very slowly. Is it the helmet? It might be the helmet. Okay, it was the helmet. That helmet must have been really heavy for Shirley Brewing then. Alright. Let me get rid of you. Okay, so let me go challenge that knight and see if I can maybe last long enough to kill them. I think they'll probably still kill me in one hit, but it is worth a shot. I've still got 119 lives left. Dang. I mean, I got them to less than half health. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try fighting them again. I got them down to less than half health. That's gotta account for something. So maybe just run around them. They're far off here. Pokemon Cube says, I'm going to vanish your bag. Good night. Good night, Pokemon Cube. Sleep well. Ah, dang it, they caught me with that. Maybe these guys with the crosses on their backs are angry. Or maybe these fellows with the crosses on their back are angry because I'm killing their pet. Maybe these are their pet mushroom bugs that I'm killing. Or maybe they just really don't like me. That bug just sit back and goes, I'm not gonna get around that thing. I'm not gonna be around any of those two weirdos. I'm not gonna be around either of those two weirdos. I'm just gonna wait until one of them kills the other, then go get him. Darn it. Dang it. So, down to 117 lives. I can get... So far, I've been able to get, like, 2 magic shots against them. Or, like, 1 magic shot against that knight. If I could get, like, up to 2... Well, I did get off a second one, but they raised their shield and blocked it. So that wasn't working. And I have to fight both of these, really angry guys before I go in there. Otherwise, they're going to be chasing me. And that's not good. Yay, I did it. This is a really interesting area because it's like, it's not a full-on, like, lake, well, it's a forest and a lake. Well, not really a lake. It's a forest and it's like a mix between a forest and a swamp. And just in this one section, there's a bunch of, like... Just in this one section, there's a wide variety of enemies. There's, like, these poisonous mushroom bugs. There's the small crabs. There's the giant crabs. There's the guys with the big sticks. There's the guys that... There are guys that were clearly, like, tied to some sort of crosses. Dang. I really should... I really thought they only had, like, 4 hits there. But yeah, it is interesting just how many enemies are in this one section. So as you know, Brawl, I think that guy was a little cross with you. You know what, Slipless? I think you're right. Alright. Actually, now that I think about it, both streams next week, this upcoming week, will be, okay, I'm gonna probably play 2 games on Tuesday, but I'm gonna really only be playing 1 game on, on Sunday. Pokemon Smash or Pass is not an official Pokemon video game. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I really need to get some tea. I really need to get some tea. So, Shirley is gonna sit here staring at this sword stuck in a fire, and I'm going to take a short break. Okay. So... do I want a different spell? Okay, reinforces white magic. No, okay, no. No, having a spell that like hits enemies from afar is a bit more helpful right now. Yeah, having the magic blast that I can shoot at enemies from afar, especially when I'm, like, above them, is a bit more helpful here. Because that means that I can... if I know where an enemy's at, I can kind of, like, do a little bit of damage before I challenge them. Or before they reach me. I'd better go and heal. Dang! Okay, that's 114 lives left. My gosh. I might actually get down to, like, only 100 lives by the end of the night. Or by the end of the stream. Alright, let's try... no, let me... okay, they didn't notice me, so I'll just go back down here. Then let me do some damage to them. Okay, got it. I need to make sure I'm at full health when I fight that, when I try to face that knight again, because they're going to be... I mean, they can kill me in, like, 2 hits. I did see, so I didn't get to, like, play the Tokon for the open beta that was happening. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play Tokon for the open beta that was happening. But I did see, like, they released some figures about who was playing what characters throughout the beta. And, like, the top 5 of, like, most played characters ended up being, I think number 5 was Wolverine, number 3 was Doctor Doom, or no, number 5 was Wolverine, number 4 was Doctor Doom, 3 was Blade, 2 was Spider-Man, and number 1 was Magic. So the lesson we could learn from Marvel Tokon is that no one will be more popular than a girl in goth clothes, in black clothes, who will smile at you aggressively. Okay. Now, on the one hand, that's not that surprising, because again, it's not that surprising because again, it's a girl with a giant sword who keeps talking about how she's going to beat her enemies and how she's going to crush her enemies while wearing black clothes and always smiling at them. And always smiling at them like she can't wait to hurt them. That's exactly... of course that'd be the most popular character. But it is a bit funny that... the other four, you know, really popular Like, really popular Marvel characters. The other 4 were, like, of course, really popular Marvel characters that, of course, be, like, 4 of the most played characters. Because it's Spider-Man, Blade, Doctor Doom, and Wolverine. Damn. So with me beating Rechain and Memories tonight, I'm at 20 games beat for the year so far, and of those 20 games, 4 of them I got platinum trophies for, which means I'm batting 20% platinum rate this year so far. Oh, nice. Gosh, this year has been... I've only managed to beat 14 games this year. That includes games on stream and off stream. I've only managed to beat 14 games this year. Because I really just haven't had the time, and I haven't been able to stream as much. Yeah, so far, I beat Super Robot Wars V off stream. Then I beat Valkyria Chronicles on stream. Then I beat Beacon Pines, Princess Peach Showtime, and Gundam Breaker 4 off stream. Then Bloodborne and XCOM 2 on stream. Then original Resident Evil 3 and original Resident Evil 2 off stream. Final Fantasy 2, I mean, okay, I played through most of the rest of that off stream and then did the final boss fight on stream. I replayed through all the levels for the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy. Wait, what was that magic noise? And then lastly, I played through Metroid Fusion for the... I played through Metroid Fusion off stream for the Handheld Horror Showcase. That's definitely one of the games that's going to be featured. I mean, no surprise that's going to be one of the games featured in that. So I've only managed to play through 14 games. However... So, normally I play through a lot of games, but I don't get to watch many shows, well, I play through a lot of games, and I watch some movies, but I don't get to watch a lot of shows. This year, however, so far I've managed to watch, like, 29 shows, and I kind of count, like, different seasons of shows, like, as multiple, like, entries. So, like, I recently rewatched through Gravity Falls for my whole summer watch list. And I've been rewatching through Phineas and Ferb for my summer watch list, and I count each season as a separate entry. And then I think so far the list of movies I managed to get up. The list of movies I've managed to get to. Movies that I've seen before and movies that I haven't seen before. I think so far I've watched 99 movies this year. I've managed to watch a lot more movies this year just because of... I've managed to watch a lot more movies this year because of all the different... because, well, I needed something to, like, help me pay attention while I'm at work. Sleepless says, I'm gonna quibble about that. Of course you are. Oh gosh, that's a lot of quibbling. So it says, like, fine, if you want to call watching seasons of a show at different times of the year because they're releasing separately, like a split core anime, fine. But if you're watching finished shows like Gravity Falls, you're not waiting between seasons for new content on it. No, but I could have chosen to only watch the first season of Gravity Falls. Or only, like, season 2, or only, like I could have like at some point I really do need to watch season 2 of My Adventures with Superman, and then start my season 3 of My Adventures with Superman. So if I'm going to be splitting up some of them into seasons, then it just makes sense to split up all of them into seasons. Makes it simple. Dang it, I got really close. I got really close there. Okay, they're walking away, so let me just go down here. Sleep says, but if you watched Gravity Falls, you didn't specifically watch season 1. Yes, this is pedantry, and yes, I know it's pointless to argue. I'm glad that we can agree on that. Damn it. Slip says, I'm only counting Chain of Memories on my list once, though, despite beating both Sora and Riku's side, but they're still saying it. Well, that's talking... Okay, but we're not talking about shows there. We're talking about a game. We're talking about a game with multiple paths, with, like, 2 halves of it that were both, like... that were both released at the same time. Like, you didn't have to... Like, Sora's side and Riku's side of Chain of Memories are part of the same game. There was no, like, separate... Like, they didn't release Riku's side separately. Like, a year or 2 later. So he says, but if you're returning to a show where all of it is available, it's the same thing. No. They didn't make all of a show for a show with multiple seasons. They didn't make all of the show at once and then release it in multiple, and then decide to just cut it in parts and release it in seasons. They released it in seasons because they released what was in season 1 as season 1 because that's what they made at the time. For when they made Chain of Memories, they made both the Riku and Sora sides, and then they released it in the same game. Oh my gosh. Sleeper says, you're being given a package that's all the seasons together. Yes, but those seasons were made. Season one of the show was made, and then they released it, and then season 2 of the show was made, and they released it. Okay, there we go. And I still have 4 Estus flasks. Did I kill the bug? Okay, I think I killed the bug. That'd be like saying, "Oh hey, I watched all oh hey, I have a box set of all 5 I have a box set of like all 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So when I watch them, I should count them as one thing because I watched them all sequentially. I watched them all sequentially as part of this box set I had featuring all 3 movies. Like, no, they were made at separate time. They made the first movie, then they went and made the second movie, then they made the third movie. So I counted it as 3 separate movies, and they were released as 3 separate movies. This is how these when they made They released it as Gravity Falls Season 1 and Gravity Falls Season 2, so that's what I'm counting it as. See if I go here. Okay. I did not need to drink that. Dang it. Should not have drank that. So you're counting Bloodborne the Old Hunters as its own listening to the games beat because it's content in Bloodborne that was released after the main game was. Since it's a full expansion, yes. Since it is a full expansion for the game, then yes. Like if I managed to beat, like for example, XCOM, like the XCOM the Hunters. Or, like, no, XCOM, War of the Chosen. So that was, like, the War of the Chosen was DLC added to the game. But that was basically just stuff that was added onto the main game. Like, it added new enemies, like some new missions. It added extra stuff to the main game, but it wasn't its own separate, expansion. Bloodborne the Old Hunters was its own separate expansion. So that I am counting separately. Well, that's 3 of my Estus down, so let's see if I can beat them. Dang. Oh, dang, we got less than an hour left. And I've kind of just been... Well, okay, I did make some progress because I got to that bonfire, so I did make some progress tonight. I know I keep dying against this knight, but, I mean, I got close that one time to beating him. Just a few more hits, just like one more hit, and I would have beaten him. So, I want to keep trying. Because I got so close, I want to keep trying. Dang, I thought I was out of their range. also, okay, either this path past the Black Knight or the path of those two guys in the armor and capes. One of these two paths has got to be where I go to, like, get out of here. I'm assuming, I'm going with this one. I'm going with this one first because, well, I only have to fight one enemy here. He can kill me in, like, he can kill me in one hit, but it's just one enemy. Dang it! I guess I just ran out of stamina right there. Okay, let me just rush back through here. But I can't rush through these enemies or else they're going to attack me while I'm fighting that guy. At least the giant crabs don't come after me while I'm over here. That would be a whole other problem. Dang it. Yeah, okay. I'd probably be doing much better in this if I hadn't just finished like a 10-hour work shift. But it was either play this after the 10-hour work shift or play God Hand after the 10-hour work shift. And I'm right at the final boss in God Hand. So I would rather play this after the 10-hour work shift than constantly lose. Well, I mean, I was constantly losing at God Hand, but I was constantly losing at God Hand on Tuesday, but I got so close to beating it. There we go. That was the first damage I took this time, was from one of those bugs. I guess let me go and get rid of them. And maybe I can try damaging them. There was a noise there for a second that sounded like something else. It was like one of those crabs was heading over here. But no, okay, there is a giant crab over there, but it's not, I don't think it's noticed me. I'm wasting an Estus flask here, but let me go ahead and use it so I'm at full health, because dang! Uh-oh. Gosh dang it. I thought the one Estus flask would be enough health left in order to keep me alive. Nope. No, it was not. So I'm down to... Okay, I started the stream at 130 lives. I'm down to 106. So if I keep up this... If I keep doing this badly... and there are no more donations made. Because, you know, if there are no more donations made, and if I keep doing this badly, then I might... The Donothon might end by the end of August. Or, like, early September. Yeah, I'll go ahead and heal. Then let me get rid of you two. I don't want to go over there and activate that that enemy on a cross before killing this thing. Because if I've only gotten hit with the poison from them once, but it was not a fun time. Oh, okay, that noise is the sound of frostbite, so I must be hitting them enough to do frostbite. I thought that end noise was like an enemy approaching me. No, it must be that I'm hitting them enough times to activate frostbite. Which is probably, for quite a few of these enemies, and maybe even once or twice against the knight, what's allowed me to kill them, or in the case of this guy, almost kill them. Without that much effort. Shit. Dang! See, now I'm committed. Now I've got to the point where I'm like, okay, I've almost killed them so many times. Let me keep at it so I can at least kill them before the end of the night. I've gotten too close multiple times, and now I won't stop until I beat them. Or at least until the stream ends. I would stream... I mean, this is the start of my weekend, so I would stream longer. I would stream past 8:30, but I have not eaten dinner yet. And I really should get something to eat tonight. I don't even know what I'm gonna get for dinner. I'm too tired after work to try and make something. Dang, so I could actually kind of... I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably try to farm those guys for Titanite shards. They don't drop a lot. Or they don't drop often. They don't drop often, but they do drop them. So yeah, just, well, just a reminder, on, yeah, Tuesday will be the finale, it'll hopefully be the finale on God Hand. I'm gonna, when I start Tuesday's stream, I'm gonna jump right into fighting the final boss. And then, after I beat the final boss, I'll just immediately jump. After I beat the final boss of God Hand and go to the credits, I'll just immediately jump back into Wind Waker. And then, yeah, Sunday will be, Sunday won't be Dark Souls 3. because I'll be trying out Yasmin in Street Fighter 6, and I'll also be, that will be when the Pokemon Smasher Pass stream will happen. I don't know how long that'll well, I don't think the Pokemon Smasher Pass will take up the full time. But I am gonna have to say what Pokemon I would fuck out of a list of over 1,000. Oh geez, that was a mistake. Dang it! Oh, I just now realized. I just now noticed that giant bridge up there. I wonder if that's an area I've already been to. Oh wait, that might be where I arrived at the village at. The village at the very start of this section. Because there was a giant bridge with like a bunch of enemies on it. Okay, the 104 life. I've kind of gotten to the point where I've fought in those guys so much that I can kill them rather easily. Okay, good. When they dodged past that one attack, I thought they were about to counter me. Let me not use my flask yet, because I don't think, Let me see if I can lead them out here. Again. Oh. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a horrible mistake. Yay, I did it. On the one hand, cool, I got their greatsword. On the other hand, it's a weapon I probably can't use. I don't think that's a weapon I could use. Almost certainly not a weapon for a dexterity intelligence build. But yay, I killed them. I just hope there's not a second one waiting right past here. That would be bad. That would be very bad. But it would be absolutely something this game would do. Liar ahead. Okay, Farron Cole. And there's a gate there I can't go through. Wait, is this a... Wait. Okay, I thought they were pointing out that this is like a secret wall, but I guess not. I guess it's not. Alright. Well. So, I didn't progress by there, but I did get their sword, which I can't use. Oh, there's also this path over here, which I kind of just... Oh, there's the sellswords outfit, which is my base outfit. So not really much use to me, but I will. Could probably sell it. The shadows on this side of the wall keep making me think that this is a ladder, but it's not. Also, I like that they have like this really tough enemy over there, and then if you try to go this other way, beyond this gate, there's another really tough enemy. So what's probably going to have to happen is at some point I'm going to find a path that loops around, and I can only get to this gate by passing by that really dangerous crystal lizard. And if I hadn't killed that knight there, going through this gate would take me right back to where this knight is. So it would be a case of fighting a dangerous enemy and being them only to get like immediately step into an area with another dangerous enemy. Sure, you go ahead. Oh shit. Okay, they didn't move as far as I thought they would. Oh, that fully heals them. So I'm gonna guess that the area where I need to go to like actually get out of here is past those two guys in the armor. The one with the club and the one with the big sword. Oh. Gosh dang it. Okay, that's... That's a real problem that they can just heal, fully heal like that. Oh shit. Oh no, they found their way online. Ah, why'd I do that? Dang it. Oh, kind of a waste of magic there. And so I found the one enemy, so I found a foe greater than that one knight. This crab. I found a foe greater than that one knight. This crab. Oh shoot. Oh, that's right, the new Spider-Man movie released. I had no idea. Well, okay, I knew it released this year, but I didn't realize that it was come out now, because I I haven't had a chance to go to a movie theater in a year? Over a year? Dang it. Let me just try running past here. Great Swamp Pyromancy Tome. Okay, that's something I could probably get to that guy who's asking for scrolls. Let me just sneak on past here. I have no Estus. I have very little magic left. So let's just try to... Bad idea. Bad idea. Very bad idea. I should have tried to run. Should have tried to run. So I managed to kill the knights, but now I gotta fight these guys. Especially because I dropped all my souls right next to them. Dang it. I kind of have to fight them because I dropped all my souls next to them. Okay. We've got about, yeah, less than 30 minutes left. This is kind of the best path. This is kind of the best path to where those two enemies are. I guess maybe run through here? Oh. Well, if I run right through there, there's where the giant crab is, so maybe not. Hopefully that knight doesn't reappear. Ouchies. Let me get rid of you. Where'd the big crab go? Uh-oh. Okay, it's still over there. Now they're going to be at full health. So you just try to roll away from here. Okay, it's still over. It's over there. But I've got like one or two smaller crabs. Okay, it's waiting over there. Right, now, what else is around here? I've only seen, like, those stairs with those two guys in the armor. Fallen Knight? Okay. That looks like a boss arena. Oh, shit. Dang it. Okay, I am faster than them. Somewhat. But he's got a... But they've got a friend. Ow. There's too much to ask that maybe the crabs will come attack us. I think... Yeah, okay. Jeez. And there goes all the souls I got. Oh, great. Is there another path? I mean, I'm sure there's another path I could take to get there. It's on kind of a corner there, so I could kind of just find a better path. But this is kind of the quickest, out of like all the potential paths I've found, this is kind of the quickest path. It does have the least number of enemies. Maybe I'll try going this way. Oh great, they're following me into the water. They're following me into the water. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. They followed me all the way over here. Dang, they still want to... So I can run over here. I just have to watch out, because if one of those enemies on the crosses finds me, they will still chase me down. Okay. Can I try just running through here? That doesn't sound like a good noise. That sounds like a very bad noise. Like I may have actually just stepped... Oh, okay, they're following me down here. Gosh dang it, I was right next to a bonfire. I shouldn't have fought them. I should have just tried running to the bonfire. Dang it. Okay, new plan. Run past them, get to the bonfire, activate it. So that even if I die, I'll respawn at that bonfire. Then I can try... See, there are like two paths from there. I could go back up the stairs, or back up the ladder, sneak around behind them, and see what that path topwards is. Or I could see what that underground path is. Okay, they've noticed me. They've noticed me. One dead crab for the road. And let me just go down here. I think they're climbing down after me. I'm really worried about that noise, that there's actually secretly some enemy waiting here. And let's just rest in the bonfire. Oh, goodbye. Missions have bought for, therefore time for rolling. Okay, there's a big open area behind here. Time for swamp. Oh no, is this the poison swamp? Oh no. Okay, well before I go there, let me go back up here. So far I'm doing slightly better than I did last stream, because I've only died 29 times, as opposed to 30. Okay, I don't see them there. Let's look around here. Homeward Bone. So it's a game of inches, not miles. Okay, so this is... I got a Homeward Bone. This looks like... Oh. Okay, this does look like another section. I'm guessing this is the Poison Swamp. It's... We had to reach it at some point. Miyazaki just couldn't bear to not have it. I guess I can't... There's something making noise there. So says, does that look like a skull down there? It did at first. So says, poking out of the water. It did. Okay, when I first saw it, there was a second there where I like leaned closer to the screen to see if that was a skull. But no, I think that's a tower. That would be really cool, though. Idea here for anyone designing an area, like a fantasy area or science fantasy area to go through, like a fictional area that you're exploring. Like just a good idea for that. Adding a giant skull into it instantly makes it like a cool area. Like it could be a swamp, a volcano, an abandoned city, like just a normal everyday looking normal looking city that you just find that looks like just, I don't know, like just a major even minor city near you. But if you just set a giant skull in there, doesn't have to be a human skull. Could be a dragon skull. Could be a demon skull. If you just set a giant skull in there, it's going to instantly look cooler and more interesting. Aha, now I can sneak past them. So he says, like Souls isn't a stranger to having giants. I think you fought one or two in Dark Souls 1. So the idea that there could be the decaying corpse of a giant in the swamp would have been metal as fuck. I did see that there's, like, dragon skeletons, like, in, like, some areas of Elden Ring. Farron Keep. I don't like those noises. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, those slimes? Extinguish 3 flames and open the door to Wolf's Blood. I feel like I should hang around. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, there's slugs. Extinguish 3 flames. Yep, that's the poison swamp, alright. What's that noise? Oh, okay, that's just the fire. So they look a tad more threatening in here than they do Dragon Quest. Oh, that reminds me of one of the things I was going to talk about, is that, so, like, a month or two ago, Famitsu ran, like, a voting list for, like, top 10 most popular video game characters of all time. And the results were really interesting. Now, keep in mind, this is from Famitsu, which is, like, a Japanese-based magazine. I don't even think Famitsu is, like, available, like, outside of Japanese. I think you can only read it in Japanese. Oh, poor guys. But it's a magazine that's only available in Japanese, and it's been available since, like, it's been running since, like, the 80s. Like, Famitsu is an old magazine. But the top 10 characters, yeah, the top 10 most popular video game characters, according to Famitsu's audience, is, like, number 10 is Joker from Persona 5. Number 9 is Kiryu Kazuma from Yakuza. Number 8 is the Slime from Dragon Quest. 7 is Pikachu. 6 is Leon Kennedy. 5 is Link from Legend of Zelda. 4 is Kirby. Number 3 was Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. Number 2 was Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. And number 1 is Mario from... It's Mario. And again, like, of course, this was like there was like clearly some heavy biases in this list. Like, a lot of the audience for Famitsu is like older gamers, and they're like based in Japan, and like again, very Japanese audience. But it was still really interesting to see like what was voted as the top 10 characters. Like, for one thing, it says that, like, Kiryu Kazuma has gotten so, like, Yakuza has gotten so popular that Kiryu Kazuma has taken, like, has gotten more popular than a bunch of other series or characters from other series. Oh, and there is clearly, like, there is definitely, like, some amounts of recency bias in there. Like, Leon Kennedy got in there. Like, it wasn't the only factor, but Leon Kennedy probably, like, Resident Evil 9 releasing this year probably contributed to Leon Kennedy getting so high. And, like, Cloud and Tifa, like, FF7 Rebirth, and, like, the heck is that? What the heck is that? FF7 Rebirth, and Tifa getting to Street Fighter 6. Well, this poll was run some time ago, but still, like, Tifa getting a Street Fighter... Well, no, yeah, this poll was definitely run before Tifa got announced for Street Fighter, so... Because it was, like, announced, like... The results were announced in, like, May or June. So there is clearly, like, some recency bias that has, like, informed some of the decisions. But still, really interesting to just see, like, what were voted. Like, for one thing, this says, gee, no wonder Tifa got brought in as a character for Street Fighter. Or no wonder Tifa got brought in as a crossover character for Street Fighter 6. She beat out... She's not even the main character from the game she's in, and yet she beat out Link. She got more votes than Link, Leon Kennedy, Kirby, and Pikachu. Also just interesting that Tifa's the only female character on that list. I guess a lot of people just defaulted to protagonists. I guess a lot of people just defaulted to choosing protagonists. Well, I say that, but Slime and Pikachu are on that list as well. Also shows that, okay, clearly Final Fantasy VII. So it says, alright, I don't think there's really recency bias for these. No, what I was saying is that there are, like, some games' recent releases has probably affected these choices a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Like, FF7 Rebirth for Cloud and Tifa, Resident Evil 9 for Leon. I think they might have influenced a little bit, but not a major amount. Like, it's Final Fantasy VII, it's Legend of Zelda, it's Kirby. These choices are... none of these choices are really... The only surprising choice here, I would say, is probably Tifa, and it's really just... And it's part of that is because she managed to get into 3rd place. Like... As someone who really likes Tifa, I knew that people really like Tifa, but even then, I'm still a little shocked, like, dang, people really like, or at least like to a certain audience, really like her. Like even I, one of her avid fans, am kind of surprised by this. maybe I need to go through here. Okay, there's another tower over there. Oh, I just walked right through here. What am I doing? But yeah, it is just really interesting to look at, like, because there's no Street Fighter characters here. There's like, again, this is like 10 out of billions, literally billions of characters from various video games. But I am a little surprised at like how high. I'm a little surprised by, like, I guess I'm a little surprised by Kiryu Kazuma getting so high. But again, Yakuza has been like, until like very recently, Yakuza has had a pretty meteoric rise. I'm hearing something that sounds like it's closer. It is okay. Going back to this game, it is interesting that I went from like forest with a lot of water in it to like they just added more water and added more trees, and it's now even more sinister. Like the previous area was dangerous, but it was like didn't feel as sinister as this place. And now I have lost now I have lost 30 lives this stream. I hope it keeps my progress for the for the lights I lit. I assume it does, but oh shit. This was a bad path to take. I wanted to see what it was over here. What the hell is that? So it says progress on the light is kept, yes. Okay, well I at least gotta see what this thing is, because that looks straight out of a horror movie. These things look straight out of horror movies. What the hell are these things? Okay, due to my poor decision making, I have now dropped to below 100 lives. So, once again, we don't have a lot of time left, but once again, if you'd like to see this playthrough continue, please consider donating. I probably shouldn't go that way. Please consider donating, because remember, every single dollar donated adds another life. But yeah, I haven't gotten to below less than 100 lives since, I think it did happen at one point during XCOM. I think it happened, like, early during XCOM 2. I think it happened early during XCOM 2, where I got to, like, maybe 90 lives, but that's... So far, that's the lowest I've gotten with the number of remaining lives for the Donothon. I might... Although, if I keep doing... Well, if I keep dying this often, we're definitely going to reach past that. We're definitely going to get lower than that. Oh, also, one other thing about this, like, Famitsu's top 10 characters is, like, I mean, it does kind of highlight something that was said that, like, I heard, like, one of the I think it was the director, Yoshi P, said that, like, Final Fantasy was having trouble appealing to younger generations. Which I can kind of get, because, I mean, I'm really getting into Final Fantasy now, but I'm 30. But what it does also mean, on a more positive note, is that, Square Enix, like, kind of confirms something we already knew. Square Enix thinking that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth didn't sell well. Yeah, that was clearly bull. That was, I mean, we've mocked that multiple times on this channel. for how clearly stupid that was. But yeah, like, definitely stupid. Oh, Final Fantasy VII did sell high enough. I mean, clearly it sold pretty well. And people still regard it pretty... Yeah, FF7 Rebirth, like, people still regard it pretty well. So I remember that interview. Okay, let me go this way. Okay, probably after I die this next time, that will have to be the end of the stream. Just because it is already almost 8:30. It's going to probably be 8:30 by the time I die, and I do really need to get some food. Well, I thought I'd last a little longer than that, but... Simpsons, it was a commentary on how younger people recognize IP that have annual or every other year releases more than recognizing legacy franchises that take 4 to 6 years between entries. Yeah, that's... Which is... I mean, for probably obvious reasons, that is sad to hear. Because it means, like, it's much better, in my opinion, it's much better if a series, like, takes a few years in between releases instead of having a new entry every single year. Because that's how you get burnt, because that's how we get burnt out on series. Okay. I really need to get some food. So that's going to have to be it for this week, for tonight. I'll be back on Tuesday with what should hopefully be the finale of God Hand, and will be more Wind Waker. And then next Sunday, instead of Dark Souls 3, next Sunday will be the some Street Fighter 6 and the Pokemon Smasher Pass stream. So I hope to see y'all there. Hope y'all are looking forward to that. And have a good week. Night, everyone.